You will learn as you watch more of my videos that I'm the type of person who calls things as I see them. If I think something sucks, I'm going to say it sucks. And I'm going to be very vocal as to why I think it sucks. However, I'm not one of these people who thrives on the negative 24/7, 365. Flip side of that, if I think they're doing something well, whether it be a team, my team, a wrestling promotion, what have you, then I'm going to give just due. And I'm also going to call out overreactionary bullshit. I'm seeing a lot of people online after the end result of today's match between Brock Lesnar and Oba Femi, bitching, moaning, carrying on, losing their shit, claiming that Oba has been now buried, and that the feel-good moment after their match at WrestleMania where Lesnar retired has been squashed, ruined, flushed down the toilet. First things first, how many retirements in professional wrestling last? Christ, Terry Funk had more retirements than he had matches, it seems like. Yes, that's hyperbole, that's embellishment, but you catch my train of thought. That guy seemingly retired and unretired every fucking year. Sometimes multiple times a year. Right? The only retirements that really have seemingly stood the test of time are Batista, The Undertaker. I don't think he's coming back. I'm pretty sure John Cena's done. But beyond that, name them. The late, great Roddy Piper wrote in his book that in no such terms, once you get an itch, it's hard to have that itch go away. This is like a poison. It never fully leaves you. And when people retire, they're so used to being in front of the spotlight. They're so used to doing this. It's the only thing they know. That's why it doesn't last. Now, we could debate all day, every day, whether or not the Lesnar retirement was ever accurate or if it was just some elaborate storyline. I don't know. I'm going to stick to my guns that TKO told Lesnar to take a pay cut. He told him to kiss his ass. And then TKO realized we need him for this, run at least through SummerSlam because we're in deep kimchi otherwise. And they ponied up. Probably gave him a little bit more. I'm going to stick to that. And I will continue sticking to it until it's debunked otherwise. Probably not going to happen. So I'm not worried about this retirement meaning nothing now. Because, let's be honest, as I said before, we all know retirements aren't worth a damn in this business. And anybody with common sense knows that Brock Lesnar is the type of guy that you flash him enough bucks, he's going to come back and do it again. It's who he is. He's not one of these guys that is emotionally invested into this business. It's all about the moolah for him. Now, granted, everybody that's at that high of a level, yeah, it's about coin. We're not doing this for a hot dog and handshake anymore. Those days died long ago for these guys. But with Lesnar, though, it's all business. There's no love of the industry. And that's fine. I have no problems with that. Because let me tell you, the professional wrestling industry will chew you up and spit you out very quickly. Okay, you go from hot commodity to afterthought in the blink of an eye. So Lesnar, hey, it's all about the Benjamins. Make as many as you can. Now, as for this baloney that Oba was buried, you want to talk burial? Look at what happened to Kofi Kingston when he faced Brock. And that was all WWE booking. Kofi went in there, got smashed in 8 seconds flat, and was basically a side figure in a match where he was defending his title so they could pitch to a failed feud between Brock and Cain Velasquez, which lasted one match, was a disaster, and then Cain disappeared, was seen once more, and was fired. But Kofi, he was buried. Kofi never again reached the heights that he did in Kofi Mania. Never even came close. This wasn't a burial. Brock ambushes him, Femi we're talking about here, and literally throws everything but the kitchen sink at the guy. Hits him with his heavy hits. his go-to moves. 7 F5s, one through a fucking table, multiple Kimuras. Brock went out there and kept beating the shit out of Oba, and Oba kept kicking out. Oba persevered, ultimately before he couldn't anymore. If you're going to lose, and you're going to have somebody suffer their first defeat on the main roster, that's the way you want to go. Oba looked strong as fuck in defeat. And what's going to happen is they're going to face off again, probably at SummerSlam in Minneapolis, and Oba's going to get his win back, and he's going to win the feud. And he's going to be a lot better off because of it. Certainly a lot better than what he was going to be had they continued the pace they were going with these random open challenges where he's blowing through Grayson Waller and Tozawa, Garza and Berto. That shit got old quick, and it didn't even last that long. How long was it going to last before they figured out what the hell they were going to do with him? Again, some of you will say, well, all signs was leading to this, fine, whatever, but that shit would grow stale very quickly, and eventually you'd have to move on to something else. He's going to beat Brock at SummerSlam, no doubt in my mind, and I have a feeling that it's going to lead to the push to Oba ultimately dethroning Roman Reigns. But you're going to have to face some adversity. And your first loss being to Brock Lesnar in that manner, y'all need to take a look at what the word burial means. And I named one case, Kofi Kingston. I'm sure if you try hard enough, you can think of many more in that manner. Fuck, you could claim John Cena got buried by Brock. But Cena's Teflon, it was his retirement, so it didn't matter. But look at what Cena did against Brock in their final match, and look at what Oba did. Two different worlds. He looked stronger than Cena did, for Christ's sake. So that's a burial? Again, relax with these terms. Relax with these phrases, because that wasn't it at all. Oba's going to be just fine. And Brock is going to do what he did for him at Mania. Make him look like $1 million. As he should, because Oba is one of the pillars of this company. He is the future. You can only go to the Roman, Cody, Punk well so many times before that shit runs dry. And believe me, Roman's in his final countdown in this industry. I think this is his last real title run. And he's going to wind it down. Cody, I mean, I think he's around for a while, but how long can you beat that damn drum? You're going to need guys like Oba. And this is what's called a build to that point. So, buckle up, stay tuned, and before we start using terms like buried, please understand what a burial is, because this was anything but. Thanks for listening.